And happy Saturday, happy September. And this is the season of my favorite sport, which is NFL football. And I will have my picks and predictions for season number 1. Please make sure that you leave your picks and if you agree with mine in the comment section. Now, of course, those that are familiar with me, you're already aware that my team is America's team, the Dallas Cowboys. And who do you see on the photograph right in front of your eyes? Yes, Dak Prescott, with the light shining as he is, and the Dallas Cowboys. They are shining stars. So without further delay, these are my, not yours, but it may be for some of your season 1 picks for the 2023-24 season. Thursday will mark the first game, which will see the Detroit Lions go against the Kansas City Chiefs. Now, we all know that the Kansas City Chiefs showed up and showed out last season, but we also saw the Detroit Lions, who to me were almost exhumed and came out of nowhere and put up some impressive games. Even though they were impressive, I'm going to have to go with this very first game that will be on September the 7th at 8:20 p.m. I have to go with the Detroit Lions. Yes, that may be a reach for some of you, and maybe me too, but I always, most of the time, will go with the underdog. And this underdog, this surprise upset, will be the very first one to kick off this brand new season. Again, my choice will be the Detroit Lions over the Kansas City Chiefs. Now, before you click off thinking I've lost my marbles, let me continue. Sunday, we will see the Titans at 1 o'clock against the New Orleans Saints. Oh, pardon my gaffe. I meant New Orleans Saints. Now, I don't know if they'll be marching in or out, but my choice is the Titans again over the Saints. Next up, Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay was like a roller coaster last year, at least in my opinion, and they will face off against the Minnesota Vikings. Tampa Bay Bucks again over the Minnesota Vikings. This particular game will be interesting, and though I hate to choose Minnesota, I'm not. I'm going with Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay will reign victorious over the Minnesota Vikings. Now, because I'm in the DMV, and I must admit, and it pains me to admit this, preseason, the Commanders, you showed promise, but you've always showed promise during the preseason and during the first few games of the last 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 seasons, and it always ends up the same. But we have some new sheriffs in town. So you are matched against the Cardinals, and you're actually favored to win, according to some sports bettors out there. And as much as I hate to admit it, I'm going to have to go with the home team for this game. So my selection will be the Commanders over the Cardinals. Next up, we have the San Francisco 49ers against the terrible towel waving Pittsburgh Steelers. Pittsburgh Steelers, you have my heart for several reasons. One, a dear friend of mine who passed away was a Steelers fan and had a terrible towel. So my choice will be the Steelers over the 49ers. Again, these games right now are the early games. Next up, we have the Cincinnati Bengals, who will face the Cleveland Browns. Even though Cincinnati appears to be the favorite team, I'm going with the Browns. Say it isn't so? Yes, I have selected the Browns. Agree or disagree? Let me know in your comments. Next up, we have the Panthers, who will face the Falcons. Now, I am not a Dusty Falcons fan. However, last year, a couple of the games were surprising. So I'm going to go off on a limb and select the Falcons to win against the Panthers. Next up, another home team. We have the Texans, who will face off against the Baltimore Ravens. And I am going to go ahead and select the home team, Baltimore Ravens. Next, we have the Jacksonville Jaguars, who will face the Colts. To me, that's a no-brainer. I'm going for the Colts. Again, agree, disagree, throw tomatoes, it doesn't matter. I'm going with the Colts. And now we are into the evening games, where we have the Cheeseheads, the Green Bay Packers, who will face the Bears. Green Bay upset me last year. I'm not sure what they were on. Games they should have won, they lost terribly. And the games they lost, questionable. But for this particular broadcast and my picks and predictions, I am going with the Packers. Even though Chicago is favored to win, we shall see, because my picks last year were pretty much on the money. Next up, we have the Dirty Birdies of Philly. Yes, the Eagles, who will face the Patriots. Eagles, I do not like you. Never have, never will. Patriots, sorry, but I'm going to have to go with the Eagles on this particular season, round one. Next up, we have the Rams against the Seahawks. The Seahawks, to me, had a disappointing season. However, let's see if they've redeemed themselves during the break. And if so, they should win against the Rams, and they're actually favored to win. So let's see what the final outcome will be. Next up, we have the Dolphins against the Chargers. Now, the Chargers are slated to win. However, my gut goes with the Dolphins. It may be close in numbers, but I'm going with the Dolphins. Next is going to be another, in my opinion, close game, and that will be the Raiders against the Broncos. Broncos hands down, and they are favorite to win. Again, Raiders versus the Broncos. My selection, the Broncos. And I'm saving the best for last. Drum roll, please. America's team, Dallas Cowboys, will meet the Giants of New York at 8:20 p.m. Dallas is favorite to win, according to sports sources, and because they are my team, America's team, and even though the Giants as well as Detroit showed promise last year with unbelievable wins that many didn't expect, I'm sorry, but I cannot side with the Giants with this game. I think it will be a blowout. I think the Cowboys will seek vengeance amongst all those who doubted them. I believe this is going to be the year, at least it better be, for the Cowboys. So my prediction is Dallas Cowboys over the Giants. And it will be a blowout where another program will come on because it will be so bad they'll have to switch it so the Giants can lick their wounds and their fans. You know, any Giants fans that come in my comments, watch yourselves. And Monday night will be the last game for this season 1. The Bills and the Jets. The Bills, of course, are slated to win, but I'm not really sure about that. So I'm going to go against the grain and select the Jets. So even though, again, Buffalo is slated and favored to win, I am selecting the Jets. So that is season 1 picks and predictions. Please make sure, sports fans, you place your comments whether or not you agree or disagree with my picks and predictions for this first season of games, and look forward to seeing you all virtually as the season begins. Enjoy, be safe, be well, and you know the rest. Be healthier.